If you live in the northern hemisphere, you're probably starting to feel the darkness of the fall. For some of us, it feels like a cozy blanket to wrap around yourself, but for others, it's more challenging. Here are my best tips on how to embrace the darkness, how to make the most of the dark season. Hi, my name is Jaana. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about slow living and my life in the Finnish countryside. By the way, if you're wondering what Hygge means, it's a Danish word that describes coziness, being comfortable, especially this time of year. Here in the Nordics, November is infamous for being the darkest month of the year. There's usually no snow yet, at least here in southern Finland. Instead, it rains a lot. There's not too much daylight. It can feel pretty daunting. You wake up, there's no daylight, you come back from work, it's dark already. And I would say that the most important thing for going through November and the dark fall is your attitude. There's this startup event in Helsinki called Slush, and a few years ago their slogan, or the welcoming slogan for people who arrived to Slush from other countries, was "Nobody in their right mind would come to Helsinki in November except you badass, welcome." And I think that's ingenious. That captures the attitude that you need to go through the Finnish November. I often feel like I'm a true badass when I'm walking in the rain, going for a walk on a day when there's not even a ray of sunlight, barely any leaves on trees anymore. The whole landscape gray and brown. You have a really hard time finding anything beautiful in your surroundings. And I've tried to find ways to enjoy that. Just the other day I went for a walk. I felt the drizzle on my face. I felt the cool air. I heard my footsteps on the gravel of the road. As I walked there, enjoying the sensations, I truly started to feel that the moment was beautiful, even though it wasn't really that kind of traditional beauty when we talk about the beauty of fall. So I think your attitude is so important. If you find ways to embrace the darkest season, it really truly makes a difference. I think it's important to have things to anticipate. In the summer it's easy because there are many events going on. You maybe meet more people. Things are busy. But this time of year, the things to anticipate can be a bit different. Maybe it's a movie night with your family or friends. Maybe you plan a hiking trip in the nearby forest. Or maybe the thing that you plan for yourself is just something simple that you do at home for yourself, like taking a bath or having a nice meal. Preparing for holidays. Right now is the best time to start preparing for Christmas. Christmas being the biggest holiday we celebrate in Finland. At least most of us do celebrate Christmas. If you're planning to make Christmas gifts, if you start now, you still have plenty of time. But even if you don't make any presents by yourself, it would be a good idea to go Christmas shopping already. Because if you start early, you can make mindful decisions. You don't have to rush the last week when every shop is packed and everybody is stressed out. You have time to order things online. You can simply set yourself up for a stress-free Christmas if you start well ahead. Enjoying real fire. If you live in a house with fireplaces like I do, it's simple. You just make a fire and enjoy it. If you live in the country, you can make a fire outside, sit by the fire. But even if you live in the city, you can burn candles. I always feel they bring such cozy atmosphere. And these kinds of small delights really make a difference. reflecting the past year and making plans for the new one. My 2025 was a year of success. I finally got my first book published, and that was a huge win for me. But at the same time, it has been an emotional year. Having the success you dreamt of is not always just rosy or easy. There are many kinds of emotions involved. And I confess, I've had my share of stress and anxiety. It's just because things are changing. It's a process that you need to go through. So my plan for next year would maybe be to trust myself, to trust life. Even when I'm scared of something, just go bravely towards that fear, if the goal is something that I truly want to achieve. So now would be a perfect time to maybe sit down and write in your journal, reflect a little bit what you went through this year. What is something that you want to continue with? What are the new goals that you are setting for next year? Learn something new. In my case, it's often knitting related. Right now I'm practicing more intricate color work. I'm excited, but at the same time, it's something time consuming. So right now, if your evenings are quiet, you're not as busy as you would usually be, it's the perfect time to start learning something like that. Maybe it's learning a new language. Maybe you want to learn to play an instrument. Maybe it's something art related. Maybe you want to learn new techniques on watercolor or drawing, whatever tickles your fancy. Feel free to share what you are making at this moment, and if there are any new skills that you are learning. Learning new things is very good for the brain. I enjoy so much the feeling of accomplishment when I'm trying to learn something complicated. And first it's a bit frustrating. It feels like I'm never going to nail this. And then something just clicks, and then I know suddenly what I'm doing. That's the reason why I want to learn new things. Bring nature inside. This time of year, nature is kind of going asleep, and it feels like there's not so much to see in nature. Not like in summer when everything is green and lush and flowers are blooming, and it feels like there's everything new every week or almost every day. But I think that nature is beautiful any time of year. And one thing to remind ourselves of that would be to bring parts of nature inside. Even when it's dark outside, you can still enjoy those nature elements in your house. For example, I love to collect pebbles. Well, I wouldn't say I collect them. I just have this urge to carry them home whenever I see a beautiful pebble outside, especially from holidays. I have a jar full of pebbles that I collected on various beaches that I visited. And it could also be like tree branches, something like that. You could make beautiful decorations, even make Christmas decorations with those materials from nature. They will remind you that nature is beautiful any time of year. You could also document nature by taking pictures, finding different shapes and colors in nature, even though it's not the most colorful time of the year. Or you could write. You could try to capture the beautiful moments you see in nature by writing. Visualize. I often put on nature sounds in the background, and I visualize myself in a place in nature that feels comforting to me at the time. For example, now that it's gray outside, I might want to visualize myself on a beach in the summer, listening to the waves of the sea, observing the ripples of water, feeling the sand under my feet, feeling the breeze on my bare skin, feeling the sun on my face, imagining myself on the beach on a hot summer's day. I often feel like when you can't go to those places, just imagining them helps a lot. And if you want to, you can also go through your memories, maybe from the past summer or even further away, remembering your best moments, maybe with friends and family. What were your happiest moments this year? Going them through in detail, maybe looking at pictures. Now is the perfect time to do that. And if you want to, you can also make a picture book of all your memories. I often do that like once a year of the best moments that we had as a family. Pictures of my family members and the moments we shared. That's something nice to do this time of year. And then you have the year kind of wrapped up and you have all the memories available whenever you want to visit them, instead of just having some random big pictures here and there, maybe on your phone, on your computer, unorganized. The last and maybe the most important point on this list is not to fight it. It's important that you accept that you might be feeling more tired when it's dark outside. Maybe you're feeling unmotivated. Maybe you're resisting the whole dark season. If you don't like darkness, then this might be a difficult time of year for you. There are so many things that you can do to see this in a more positive way, but you don't and you shouldn't hide from your feelings or suffocate them. It's okay to feel whatever you are feeling. But I believe that if you just keep the door open for enjoying this, instead of using all your energy to resisting it, it will make a huge difference. How do you feel about the darkness, about the fall? Is it something that you enjoy, something cozy and comfortable? Or does it feel more challenging? And if so, what do you do to make it more tolerable? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. Remember to take care of yourself. See you in the next video. Bye bye!